What do these people have in common? Sports photographer, farmer, marathon runner, television personality, sales manager, advertising executive, property developer, printer, flight attendant. The fact is, each of these individuals is a health time bomb, but they don't know it. Over the next 9 weeks, we'll introduce you to these New Zealanders, ordinary people like us, as we offer them a much healthier and happier future with the help of our Health Hazard team. This week, I'm putting myself under the health hazard microscope. I have a history of chronic pain, and my pain has led me to a dependency on a cocktail of painkillers. It's not uncommon, and it's not healthy. It's estimated that 3/4 of New Zealanders suffer from lower back pain. It's probably the biggest cause of absenteeism in the country. And for anyone who's had it, they can tell you it ruins your life. This is where it happened to me. Earlier this year when I came down the front steps and it had been raining, and like an idiot I had jandals on that had absolutely no traction. They had no traction at all. So it was like just a skating rink, and just went bang down on the same spot. And yeah, and saw stars again. My poor daughter, she was right beside me, standing beside me, and she must have thought I'd died, or I was in such agony. So I'm off to the Health Hazard team, a crack lineup of medical professionals specially assembled for this series, to see if they can offer some respite.
Come on in, Louise. Take a seat.
Thanks, Simon.
Now, Louise, I understand from looking at the X-ray, you had a fall, and since that time you've been troubled with that to the extent that you've taken pain relief, that you had an X-ray, and it's just not going anywhere?
Well, it was really bad timing because, you know, as you're probably aware, then I had to go and do a stint on Tonga, and that's an incredibly physical job. And so I had a large amount of apprehension before I left about it. And yeah, so to cope with it on the island, I ended up taking a lot of painkillers and anti-inflammatories and sleeping pills to sleep.
Okay, because of the pain at night, knock yourself out at night, get some good sleep and cope with the rigours of the next day.
Absolutely.
Have you ever injured this area before?
Yeah, I have. I cracked it or fractured it probably about 10 years ago when I was skiing on ice, bang, and that was agony.
Yeah. Ed, this is Louise Wallace.
Hi, Ed.
Hey, Louise.
How are you?
Alrighty, Louise, come and have a seat.
Okay.
Now I've been briefly told what's going on with you. Driving you mad?
Yeah, it sort of does your head in a bit.
So do you want to get involved in the other options that you can do for it? Like, are you stretching it? Are you doing good breathing exercises? Are you watching your posture? Are you strengthening your posture?
No, I'm not doing any of that. And basically what I want to do is cold turkey off all painkillers, anti-inflammatories, and just hopefully let my body heal itself. What is chronic pain? Chronic pain persists. Pain signals keep firing in the nervous system for weeks, months, even years. There may have been an initial mishap, or there may be an ongoing cause of pain. But some people suffer chronic pain in the absence of any past injury or evidence of body damage.
This is a very painful condition. She's had an X-ray, there's no fracture, but she's concerned about the pain and what to do about the pain, because she's had this problem in the past when she actually fractured that area there, and this can be a real issue.
In the first 2 minutes when I met her, she hadn't taken a breath. She was pretty agitated, and then I think we blanched over the fact that she maybe thought she had early stages of MS, and I mean, the whole thing was going on. She had tingling down her arms at night, and then she was up at 4 the other morning with all sorts of issues, and then we kind of got our way back to the coccyx pain, and she doubted that really, at her age, maybe the posture and the changes we suggest could influence it. And then when we further talked to her, you know, she does have a hyperventilation problem. She does breathe. She's got a major anxious problem. The medication, it was hit or miss. You know, it was just, she was just taking whatever she could to pacify herself for that moment.
Simon mostly put it out that in some ways, whether there's a fracture or not, the pain situation is still the same, and she's obviously now suffering from a chronic pain syndrome, and they can be very difficult to deal with.
But then she said to me, with all the other stuff, look, I know that because I've been told it 100 times before. So she knows what's going on. She knows about the chronic situation, and she's probably not going to do a lot about it. So we've got a challenge. Are we dealing with a strictly coccyx pain, or are we dealing with the anxiety and the bigger picture? What is our priority?
Both.
Going to be?
She wanted to find a way of handling the pain better than taking tablets.
I think we're going to do a posture analysis on her because she's got, you know, the rounded shot, but that's all symptomatic too of the hyperventilation syndrome and the referral pain to the arms.
Aerobic exercise helps with chronic pain.
Yeah.
And she's got issues that she can't do some of the gym activities. Sitting on a bike's blooming uncomfortable at the moment. But to encourage her to say, look, it's okay to do some walking activities, just do some resistance training work.
The Health Hazard Team recommendation for me is to stay active. I'll be following a set exercise plan. Stay positive. I'm going to learn to breathe properly, to deal with stress and relax. Stay in control. I'll set recovery goals and I'll stick with the plan.
Hopefully this might be a catalyst actually as a life-changing thing. That's what I'm hoping that this will do.
Okay, Louise.
Hey.
We're going to have a look at your posture, actually how it is. So if you stand back against the wall, just stand there. Don't touch the wall, just come this way a wee bit more. And stand just nice and casually. Now, I'm just going to put these markers down. Nice and comfortably. Don't try to change the way you normally stand. Okay. Look at, turn your whole self around and just stand very comfortably like you normally, normal posture. Okay. Just nice and relaxed. All done. Now we're going to analyse them. See what you're really doing.
I mean, I've got quite bad posture anyway because I've always carried very heavy bags with a lot of books in them from school and all that sort of business. Yeah, I don't think that I move particularly well anyway.
To increase my understanding about back pain, the Health Hazard Team have arranged for me to talk to spinal surgeon Gordon Howie. I mean, why is it that most people seem to suffer from back pain? It's just one of those sort of universal things, isn't it?
Well, it is a universal thing, virtually, and how people adapt to it is largely a question of their different approaches to it. There are some people who tend to ignore it, get up and get going, and there are others where the pain becomes their whole focus.
So are you saying that a lot of it the treatment can be pretty much your mental attitude?
Psychosocial factors are the most important predictors of outcome.
Basically what I want to do is cold turkey off all painkillers, anti-inflammatories, and just hopefully let my body heal itself.